Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. It's Corrina, and I want to thank you all for joining me in this chat. I am hoping to field a lot of questions today in response to anything health, stress, sleep, or ASMR related. I also anticipate there may be some questions about coronavirus. However, that is not my intended topic for this chat. If you were in the previous chat with me over on Psyche Truth channel, my computer completely froze. We had to restart it, but we are good to go now here, hopefully. If somebody can let me know how things are sounding, I don't have any way of testing my audio, so I'm not really sure. Hopefully, everything's looking okay, sounding okay. It looks like I have this blue light on me. I'm not sure what that is, but that's cool. All righty. Country Gent 67, could we get more ASMR singing videos? Yes, I would love to do more singing videos for you. Are you kidding? All righty, cool. Thank you for letting me know that the sound is all right. Dahlia Crumpy, I'm literally doing an ASMR live chat right now. Rebecca Corrigan, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming into my chat. Very sweet of you. All righty. I'm going to pull this over here. Okay, so comments flying in here. Kaylee Shefford sending you a hello over in London. Emma Kill One, are you scared of the coronavirus? So I'm certainly being ultra cautious and trying to be very vigilant about secluding myself. A couple of weeks ago, I actually made a lot of purchases, anticipating that something might happen, and I'm really glad that I did now. So I've got a lot of food at the house, getting ready to just kind of hunker down and try to avoid being around people, being in public places as much as possible. The more that we can be very vigilant right now, the better chance we have at hopefully just nipping this thing in the bud and getting rid of it as quickly as possible. So I'm not scared of it necessarily. I'm scared of people not doing their due diligence to try to keep a cap on this thing. But I think if we take the advice of the CDC, of the World Health Organization, really doing whatever we can to just quarantine, sequester, keep yourself away from other people, that will be our best way to hopefully just keep this thing small and let it blow over as quickly as possible. Linda Pine is asking about a suggestion for doctoring up your water with things like lemon and lime. She asks, what amount do you add? I would recommend just doing it to taste. Every person is very different in terms of how much of a certain flavor they like, especially with lime and lemon. There's a certain point where it actually might become a little too much. I also like adding things like cucumber. Probably putting cucumbers in my water is one of my favorite things. A lot of times when I slice the skin off the cucumbers to actually like eat the stuff in the middle, I'll put those edges, so like the skin of the cucumber, into a glass of water in the fridge, make myself some cucumber water. Other good things to doctor up your water would be, raspberries, strawberries, blueberries. Something with a little bit of sweetness can go a long way in helping you to drink more water. Definitely lots of, wonderful things that we can put in our water. Virtually any fruit, any type of citrus, grapefruit, orange, etc., are all just super lovely. Holy moly, that's a lot of comments came in. Holy moly, holy moly, holy moly, holy moly. Marissa asks, who edits your videos? the guy Mike, who helped me found this channel. He's the guy who started Psyche Truth channel, our main channel. I've been working for him for almost 10 years. And so he edits the ASMR videos. Actually, I'm a super slow editor. I used to edit videos years ago. And then, yeah, not very fast, not very efficient. So we've actually hired professional video editors to help us on Psyche Truth channel, and that has freed up Mike to do most of the editing of the ASMR channel. We also have another video editor named Devin, and she has done a good amount of ASMR editing as well. Yeah, I don't know what the blue waffle thing shining on the screen. I don't know. And it looks like there's like weird stuff in my eyes. It's strange. I don't know what that is. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's this. Maybe if I turn this off. I figured it out, guys. I have to say, I feel pretty smart now. Now it's purple from that screen. Oh yeah, it's it's this other monitor. Okay, all right. I feel smart. Okay. All righty. What made you do ASMR? I guess I just kind of stumbled upon the videos and immediately saw the value in things that are just trying to help people relax and help people feel more calm. And my thought was, I think I could do that. And so I tried it. And we just kind of got carried away by how fun it was, playing with different microphones. And man, when you're sitting there listening in headphones as you're playing with different sounds and touching different things, I mean, it's this amazing feeling. It's like watching an ASMR video times 100, because you're experiencing it yourself in real time with sounds that you're making yourself. So I just kind of got really into it. And then people were liking the videos and appreciating them. We got all these kind comments about them. And it was like, oh, so this is a thing that I do now because it's fun and it really helps people. It's amazing. Okay, Zoe Knott. My favorite video of yours is the mermaid tail brushing. I just touched my face, by the way. One of the things we're not supposed to do. Will there be anything similar? You know, I've been looking for another mermaid tail. That mermaid tail in that video belonged to Madison. She has since moved out of the state, so is no longer filming with us, unfortunately. So I, doing my best to try to find one. But it's not an easy thing to find. Really nice, beautiful, fancy mermaid tails. And if you want to just order one, they're incredibly expensive. So maybe a little while, but it is something that I'm working on, I assure you, because I loved doing that video. When are you going to do the whisper Q&A? I mean, I could try whispering right now. I just don't know if it's loud enough. I have a fish tank over here. I wonder if you guys can hear the fish tank. The main thing, guys, is whispering is, it doesn't feel great on your throat. It feels so much nicer to just talk to you guys in my regular voice, honestly. It's also difficult to, answer a question very fully when you're trying to whisper really slowly. There's kind of a little bit of that, but I think we're going to be doing a lot more of these live chats, so maybe I will endeavor to do a whispered one. But it's just so much more pleasant for me to just speak in my regular voice. I'll be just really honest with you guys. Hi, Amandine Gross. Hello to you over in France. Have I seen Sailor Moon? Yes, I've seen Sailor Moon. How many people are infected in your country? I live in the Netherlands. 1,705 people infected with coronavirus there. I have not looked at the most recent numbers. I'm going to try to not make this entire chat about coronavirus, though. This is like our chance to try and feel calm and relaxed and more peaceful and not worried about coronavirus. These are all types of things that you guys can find online if you really want to know them. I'm in the state of Texas. Somebody asked where I am. In Austin, where they've just shut down all restaurants, shut down all bars, shut down all, schools. I think most of the malls and all of that stuff, I'm pretty sure, is now closed. So we're hunkering down. Who do you like better, David Lee Roth or Sammy Hagar? I'm actually kind of a Sammy Hagar person. But that is such a point of contention. Holy moly, I don't want to upset anybody. I would love to do a collab with Gentle Whispering. That would be amazing. Maria is like, oh, my idol. I love her. I think I'm like way too small of a fry for her to want to do a collaboration with me, though. I would be like so starstruck. I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do. If I was contacted by Maria, I would probably pee my pants. And then I would pretend that I didn't pee my pants and be like, oh yeah, let's totally do a collab. I definitely did not just pee myself out of excitement. But if you know her, you could tell her that I said I would definitely do a collab with her. Oh my gosh. Christine Gemza, how would I ask for an ASMR massage at a massage place? I hate massages. They hurt. I would rather relax to something like what you do. Well, thank you for that, Christine. I appreciate that. I would just encourage you to tell that to your massage therapist, that oftentimes you feel like they're too painful, they're too deep. A big reason that massage therapists do that deep, intense work is because a lot of other people complain that it wasn't enough, right? Oh, it was too weak. I just felt like you were like rubbing oil on my skin. So because people complain about massages not being deep enough, a lot of massage therapists kind of try to up their game. But then that can actually be too much for other people. So whether you're somebody who likes hard, deep pressure, or you're like somebody who doesn't like that, just communicate that to whoever is working on you. That massage therapist, if they're a good massage therapist, all they want is to give you an experience that you really enjoy and feels nice. So if you let them know that you prefer lighter touch, that you prefer to not have deep work. So you could use the word Swedish massage. Swedish massage tends to be very light work. And you could even ask them, like, have you heard of ASMR? Chances are your massage therapist has heard of it. It's just something that's really growing a lot and gaining a lot of attention, especially among people who are kind of in the business of relaxation and stress. So you could probably ask your massage therapist specifically for something that's more light, that is more similar to ASMR massage. And if they don't know what that is, you could just tell them very light touch, Swedish techniques, and just tell them, I really don't like deep work done on me. It doesn't feel good. Most massage therapists actually would be thrilled to hear that because it hurts their thumbs and their hands to do really deep work. So if they can do a session where they don't have to work deeply, they'll probably be very happy to hear that. And they want to give you something you enjoy. So they like having you tell them what you like or what you don't like. And if you have a massage therapist who doesn't like that, or they're standoffish about it, or they seem weird about it, find another massage therapist. Maybe a sign that that person is just not quite the right fit for you. Thank you. You guys are so very sweet. Lots of sweet comments here. Oh my, lots of comments just came in. Holy moly. Holy moly. Oh, I thought somebody said cheese from Finland. No, it's cheers. Cheers from Finland. That makes more sense than cheese from Finland. Jessica Simone, this stinks. Well, guess what, Jessica? You stink. Next time you get online to try to give somebody something for free, I'm going to go on there and attack it. So yes, and I apologize that this is not our typical ASMR video. It's just really impossible to get the full ASMR experience in a live setting. When we do real ASMR, we use professional microphones. They run through a mixer. We do a huge amount of EQ settings to get the sounds correct. And then we edit out all the weird background noises, all the airplanes, all the other noises that can detract from what we're trying to capture. So it's very, very difficult to do that in a live setting. So I apologize. This is really not, I guess, full on ASMR, so to speak. But it looks like maybe some of you don't mind. Some of you are enjoying yourselves okay. Can never please everybody, no matter what you do. Christine Gemza, do you like giving massages or getting massages better? I mean, I would love to be like, I like giving. It's so much better. But like, no, definitely nicer to receive a massage than to give one. Leaning over a massage table, usually by the time I'm done, my back just, hurts so bad. Just in general, when I get done doing ASMR shoots, usually my back hurts just so badly. From leaning over people, from standing in an awkward way, from sitting up straight in a chair for 40 minutes without moving. Like ASMR production is a little rough. So yes, I definitely prefer to be on the receiving end of massage. Although I do also like doing massages, helping other people feel better. I like making massage videos, and talking to people about what I'm doing and things like that. But nothing quite compares to like laying down on the massage table. Maybe you start drooling through the face cradle. It's kind of awesome. Nikki Ray, this is the first time I've heard your normal speaking voice. OMG, it's so cute. Thank you. It comes right out of me. Oh my gosh. So yeah, YouTube does this thing where like there's no comments coming in and then it gives me like 400 comments all at once. So let me try to scroll up and see where I was. Okay, Mariod? I'm so sorry. No, don't know how to say your name. Mariod B, your personal favorite ASMR sound or trigger. Man, it's really hard to just pick one. And I think it's because for me, it's the kind of like moving through different sounds that I like the best. Like listening to one single sound for a really long period of time is not nearly as pleasant for me as hearing a variety of sounds, a variety of textures, of kind of offering my brain that juxtaposition of different textures and sounds and the way that a object will feel in your hands as you're making a different sound with it. With that said, man, there's just so many things that I love. I do love the sound of hair brushing. And especially because I can't really brush my own hair. I love brushing people's hair. I love tapping. I love glass tapping. Jessica's tapping video we just put up I think yesterday or the day before, she taps on this beautiful crystal glass. I listened to that part over and over again. She tapped on this little Himalayan salt lamp thing and just sounded amazing. Um, so yeah, I mean, if I had to give an answer, I think it's the uh, hearing different triggers compared to one another that really like puts me in the relaxed state. I live in Texas. Steam boy, maybe that question wasn't for me. I was born and raised in Texas. It's okay, antisocial betch, 69. A lot of people don't like mouth sounds. It happens. I know lots of mouths who don't like mouth sounds. Is there any ASMR techniques you don't like to do? I mean, with not really. I mean, there's really nothing that I dislike. I will say that making mouth sound videos is probably my least favorite of everything. Um, Mainly just because it like puts me to sleep. It's hard for me to stay awake while I'm doing it. Um, and then I'm like yawning while I'm doing it. And then I'm like, nobody wants to look at me like yawning. But I will say when I see myself yawn in a video, it immediately makes me yawn in real life. It's kind of weird. So yeah, I mean, I like all of the ASMR techniques, all the different videos I've made, all the different sounds and triggers. If I had to pick one that I didn't like, I guess it would be mouth sounds. But with that said, it's also like the easiest thing to make because you're just like, and like what could be easier than that? Okay, lots of comments here. Somebody getting deleted here. Whoa. Richard. Good to see you, Rich. Thank you for coming in and saying hello. I hope you are doing well during these crazy times. Thank you so much for your super chat. Super appreciated. We are definitely having to buckle down around here. And just over this last week, YouTube slashed our income in a really, really big way. So even though it looks like we're maybe getting more views, YouTube is paying its content creators less because advertisers don't want to really be advertising right now because people aren't buying as much. So we super, super appreciate people doing super chat here in the chat. All of our Patreon supporters, you guys mean so much to us. I know that in these trying times, we will likely lose some patrons who just can't afford any additional expense. And we totally understand that. So, I just want to send my love and gratitude to all of our supporters. But also just want to let you guys know that we understand it's a trying time right now. And so if there's some of you who have to discontinue your Patreonship for a little while, we understand. And to all of those of you who are continuing to support us, I cannot thank you enough. It is so much of a blessing right now. And we deeply, deeply appreciate it and are going to be doing our best to still create content for you guys. And, hopefully keep you guys happy patrons. Somebody asked for an unboxing video. Do you have a preference of what you would want unboxed? I just ordered a lot of household cleaning supplies and toothpaste. I could unbox that for you guys in a week or two. No, I'm not a vegan. Would you ever shave your head? It's the latest trend. No, no, I don't think I would. I already feel like my forehead is too big. So think if I didn't have any hair, I would just have this long face. Oh, I don't think it would be good. And I hate trends, so probably wouldn't do it just because it was a trend. Mike Furterberg asks, what is this chat about? I mean, it's a pretty low key, low structured chat. I just thought it would be nice to come on and talk with you guys and answer people's questions. I am a certified holistic health coach. So if you have health and wellness related questions or ASMR, stress, sleep, all of these things feel like super relevant right now. But realistically, it's pretty low key. There's not like one single theme, one single topic. I'm kind of just trying to answer as many questions as I can. A caring nun role play. Interesting. I would have to get a nun outfit. I also don't know. Is that like sacrilegious? If I did a nun role play, I don't know. I have no idea. This is weird. Yes, I'm still in Texas. It's weird hearing your normal voice. It's so interesting because I've done soft-spoken videos on the channel before, but I guess some people have like literally only heard the whisper videos. So yeah, here's how my normal voice sounds. Butt scratching ASMR videos. Somebody else asked, what do I think of people sucking the silicone ears in their videos? I mean, I'm not surprised to see content like that because people are like that, but I'm pretty disgusted by it. And it makes me sad because the more that there are these really hyper sexualized ASMR videos, the more it gives people the wrong idea about what ASMR is. So if that happened to be the video they stumbled upon and that was their first time seeing an ASMR video with somebody doing something very sexual to the 3DO, then they'd probably get a pretty bad feeling about ASMR. And then they would suddenly be missing out on something that could really, really help them a lot. Just because someone out there was, trying to make money by being sexually explicit in an ASMR video. But with that said, there's nothing we can do about people sexualizing things. Almost everything in this world, there's probably somebody who sexualizes it. And, it's an unfortunate thing about our human nature, but it's also a really common thing about our human nature. So I don't love it, to answer your question. I don't love it. I think all ASMR artists would get a lot more respect if there weren't men and women out there who were, being super sexually explicit and then calling something ASMR when it really isn't, just because you're whispering or just because you're making binaural sounds doesn't actually make something ASMR, So it's just, I think, unfortunate that there's certain people who are trying to, prioritize their own profits over, having a sense of respect for something that can actually help people, Wow, somebody is just spamming the bleep out of this chat. No, I'm not wearing socks. Aurelian, what do you do for a fever? Um, so this is a good question. Is this about like a regular fever, or are you like talking about you have a fever right now and you think it could be the coronavirus? Um, So, a couple things I want to say. In general, a fever is your immune response working. And the whole reason that we get a fever is because the immune system is working to try and um, kill something bad or remove something bad from the system. Same thing with like the production of mucus. The whole reason that we sneeze and we have runny noses is that the body is trying to excrete something harmful. Right. So the best thing we can do is to let those fluids out. I always hear people, well, that's like the worst thing you can do. Blow your nose, get it out, wash your hands really well afterward. But letting the mucus out is a good idea. And then when it comes to the fever, I would kind of say the same thing. You kind of want to let the fever run its course, as they say. Even though the fever itself is unpleasant, it doesn't feel good. We have chills, we're achy, it's very unpleasant. Remember that the fever is a part of your immune system functioning. So to a certain extent, letting the fever run its course will be the most effective thing in actually, hopefully, getting rid of whatever it is that caused the fever in the first place. And then there's just certain points at which the fever can become too dangerous itself. I've heard a couple of different, temperature recommendations, like 104 degrees Fahrenheit, for example. You can look that up. Like, when is a fever too dangerous? So up to a certain point, letting the fever run out, letting it do what it's supposed to be doing, what your body is trying to be doing. And then at a certain point, if the fever does become too high, there are different fever reducers you can take, like Tylenol, acetaminophen. They are recommending that we avoid anti-inflammatories right now, though, because inflammation, once again, is your immune response. So anti-inflammatory drugs that can potentially suppress the immune system are actually discouraged from us taking them right now. But if you have a fever, you get a fever anytime now in the next couple of days, quarantine yourself immediately, seek medical attention immediately. Depending on where you live, there can even be drive-through test clinics where you can go get tested for coronavirus, or minimally, they will do a series of interview questions with you to determine whether or not you likely had exposure. But fever is definitely kind of a scary thing right now. If you are having a fever right now, consider that you could have coronavirus and do what you can to try and prevent spreading that to other people as much as you possibly can. I don't play Minecraft. Am I 38? No. I will turn 35 in like 10 days. What day is it? 17th? March 23rd. I'm doing math in my head, guys, and you can tell that it hurts. 6 days. In 6 days, I will be 35. And I'm not having a birthday party because we're all supposed to be sequestering at our house. So there we go. Mary B, FabFitFun needs to sponsor you guys. They did sponsor us. They sponsored a video, I don't know, it was maybe a year ago now, but I loved working with them. I hope I can do more working with them. I love FabFitFun. It's awesome. What are your favorite foods to help keep your immune system strong? as much as you can, and I know it's difficult right now because a lot of the grocery stores are closed, or we should just be avoiding public places altogether. But fruits, vegetables. I showed these in the last chat I was in. A little bit of ASMR for you guys too. So this is called Ruby, and it's just a fruit and vegetable powder. Let's see if y'all can see it there. So it just has a bunch of fruits and vegetables in it. And there's 4 different flavors. They're awesome. But stuff like this, where you can get some fruits and veggies into your system, even though we don't have access to produce, stuff like this is invaluable right now. Some of the best stuff for your immune system is those natural foods, fruits, vegetables. We can think about things like garlic, ginger, excellent for the immune system. But a lot of our access to those types of things is limited now. So maybe it's like a powdered green juice supplement. Maybe it's a meal supplement that has a lot of fruits and vegetables in it. There's one called Kachava that I really love. I wish I had it sitting here, but I don't. Kachava, Kachava. That's a great like whole meal supplement, and it has lots of fruits and vegetables present in it. Any way that you can get fruits and veggies in your system is a good idea. Another really important thing for the immune system is trying to keep your stress levels low. And so it's very difficult right now because we're all kind of panicking, we're all freaking out. But the more that we can do to try to stay out of that super stressful place, get plenty of sleep, do what you can to reduce your anxiety and stress, reduce your level of panic. You know, it's important that we stay informed, that we stay cautious, that we stay vigilant. But it's also important that we don't panic, because any excessive stress we're putting ourselves under is only going to worsen our immune system's ability to protect us. So guided meditations, relaxing yoga, ASMR videos. These are all things that will be very, very helpful to your immune system. And they also help you feel better in the moment. So it's kind of a double win. Melanie Perez, where were you born, or where were your parents born? So I was born in Austin, Texas, and I've lived here my whole life. I've never moved out of the state of Texas, but I actually do not have a Southern accent as far as I know. Both of my parents are from Germany. Let's see. My mom was born in Texas, but her family is German. My dad was born in New York, but his family was also German. So my heritage is German and German, but me and my parents are, I guess, Texans / New Yorkers. I don't know. My dad moved out of New York very quickly. As soon as he graduated from college. He got down to Texas as quick as he could. Will Corey K ever come back in the future? I don't know. I have not talked to her in a while. A big reason she left is because of people's weird comments. So it's kind of a tough thing being a YouTuber. Like, you've got to have a really thick skin to be able to handle people like picking you apart. A bunch of people told her that her voice sounded funny and people couldn't understand her, and people thought that she had a speech impediment, and like that just really like hurt her deep down. And so she was like, I don't want to do this anymore. This is like, anyway. So if somebody says that and they don't want to do videos because they don't like the comments they get in the videos, like, what can I do? I'm not going to force them to be in a video. So Malcolm says this is her home that I share with my husband. So actually, no, I'm not married. This is my boss's house. not my house. I've been working for Mike, my boss, for almost 10 years, but he is not my husband. And this is not our house. So I'm not in my home right now. I'm going to try to get set up doing these live chats in my home so that I don't have to go anywhere else. But if you're wondering why it kind of looks like a man cave, it's because it is a man cave. This is not my house. Nail painting where you get your nails done. You know, we did a couple doing videos of me getting my nails done. They didn't do that well. It's something that, making a great ASMR video, it just takes a lot of time, a huge amount of attention to detail that people are just not used to having unless they make ASMR videos for a really long time. It's like if we want to make nail painting videos, in order to get to where we're making really, really good ones, we would need somebody who is willing to film on a regular basis. So they start getting to where they are super focused on all the sounds they're making. They're super focused on how long it's going to take to do them. Because basically when you want to do something in ASMR land, it takes 2 to 5 times as much time as it would take to do that same thing in regular life land. So she was like, oh, I'm going to give you a manicure. And we sat there for like 4 hours and barely just got like very basic nail painting done. Like every single thing just took so long. And then I was trying to like focus the camera down on my fingers as we were filming. And like that was really impossible. So it was a lot of lessons learned. We may try to do more nail painting videos, but having a really good nail artist is really important. Like y'all don't want to just watch me paint my own boring nails. It's not probably very interesting. But if we can find a nail artist who wants to like really, work on, improving their ASM artistry, you could say, then hopefully we will have more of that. Yeah, I think we've all been having anxiety from the Corona news. It's a big reason I want to try to be doing more live chats just so that we can hopefully all come together and try to be, connected with one another in whatever way that we can. I'm so sorry, Steam Boy. Do a video on Sailor Saturn figure review. I don't know. Sorry. Yes, I wish I was 29 again. That'd be cool. Isn't it interesting how like when we're younger, all we want to do is be older. And then once we're older, all we want to do is be younger. Ugh, humanity. Maxwell Palmer, back in the day when you were doing videos with Athena and getting massages, did you know that was ASMR? What was the outlook on that content in the earlier days? So yeah, we had no idea. We had never even heard the term ASMR back when we were creating, all of those early videos with Athena over on Psyche Truth channel. We were just trying to make something really, beautiful and relaxing. And largely there was very small amount of like production or instruction that we were giving at all. That was just Athena like doing her thing. Totally kind of her natural um, essence, you could say. But yeah, lo and behold, who knew we were actually creating ASMR videos? And then once we started seeing, it was from people commenting, like, this gives me ASMR. That's how we discovered ASMR in the first place, was from people commenting that on our videos. And we started looking into it and very quickly realized, like, wow, this is amazing and so much needed, so needed, that we just started trying it out ourselves. Alrighty, you guys. I'm not seeing a lot more questions here, lots of little comments. Um, and in about 30 minutes, I have my models showing up to do an ASMR shoot. So I'm actually going to go ahead and end this chat now, so that I can prepare to do my night shoot, my ASMR shoot. Probably be here until 1 or 2 in the morning making videos for you guys. So I'm going to grab a bite to eat, try and build my energy back up for a couple hours of ASMR shooting tonight. Soundwave, I'm sorry, it's virtually impossible for me to read every single comment. If you want to leave your question again, I will try to answer it here before I leave. But please, guys, in the live chat, I really hate seeing people who get like frustrated with me that I don't answer their questions. Like, y'all can see how many comments are in here. How do you expect somebody to be able to like sit here and talk and formulate answers? And I'm like trying to scroll and read the questions. Like, it's literally impossible for me to see every single one. So I apologize. Please try to be more accepting, and not so judgmental and rude. Oh yeah, that Reiki video. Man, I really enjoyed making the Reiki video. I'm glad that you liked it. I may try to do that again. That was really fun. I actually watched a bunch of like Reiki session videos and stuff to try and prepare for that. So maybe we need to do that again. So I feel like I'm hopefully being true to that art form. Octavio Gonzalez asks, you're an Aries, right? Yes. Yes, I am. I'm actually right on the cusp with Pisces, but I am technically an Aries. Soundwave still griping about how no one ever answers your question, and yet you still have not actually left your question again for me. Yeah, it's hard not to be like super behind in the comments. Now I'm scrolling trying to find the questions from this South Wave person. I don't even see it anywhere, so it's really weird. Is acai good for the immune system? Yes. Puppers McFluffers, which I love that name. Oh my gosh. Puppers McFluffers. Acai is a very nutrient-dense superfood. Okay, Soundwave 77. How do you deal with stress when it comes to friends treating you like a third wheel? I mean, honestly, I personally tend to remove myself from situations altogether where I feel like a third wheel. Um, you can talk to your friends about the way that they're making you feel, maybe not while they're together, but separate. So presumably it's a couple. So maybe just talk to your friend that's in the couple, letting them know how you feel. But yeah, I hate feeling like a third wheel. I tend to just like avoid, being around couples and stuff like that I feel like I'm going to end up feeling like a third wheel around. I don't know. And as far as dealing with stress, guys, breathing deeply. It sounds silly, People roll their eyes, but taking deep belly breaths where you actually feel your belly expand. I like to hold my hand over my belly. You'll feel the belly kind of poke out when you're taking a really nice deep breath. Breathing really deeply is a great way to kind of system override the stress response. It tells your subconscious that you are not in a state of danger, of immediate danger. So, breathing deeply, maybe stepping outside, getting some fresh air. Sometimes that can make it easier to get out of that really shallow breathing that tends to make us feel anxious. So that just perpetuates anxiety because it's actually starving your cells of oxygen when you're breathing really shallow like that. So a deep, slow belly breath all the way down. You should feel your belly expand. That would be my number one suggestion for any type of stress or anxiety. Guys, I want to thank you all so much for being here. Please know that I'm sending you my love, my support, my prayers. I know that this is a very trying time for all of us. So I just hope that we can all come together, support each other. Let's try to be vigilant now. Let's try to be vigilant now and hopefully nip this whole thing in the bud before it gets any worse. The more that we can overreact to the problem now, the more we can prevent that problem from becoming any bigger. So I've been telling people things like, treat, let me say it like this, behave like you have the coronavirus and you really don't want to give it to anybody. Because even if you're feeling perfectly fine, any of us could potentially be carrying the virus and not even showing any symptoms. So even though it's ridiculous to think that we all have it, clearly we don't all have it. But if we behave like we do, then we can hopefully prevent the spread of it going to other people, right? So don't cough and sneeze on people. Don't go out in public unless you absolutely have to. When you're out in public, if you have rubber gloves, wear them, partly because it'll protect your hands from getting dirty, but also partly because if you go to touch your face, having rubber gloves on just kind of reminds you, hey, don't touch your face. Don't scratch your nose. Don't rub your eye. Certainly don't put anything in your mouth when you're out in a public place. But this virus is very, very contagious. So the best thing we can do is just sequester ourselves, quarantine ourselves, stay at home. Even if you're not feeling sick, stay at home. It'll prevent you from getting sick. And B, if you actually were sick and you just aren't showing symptoms yet, then look at all of the people's lives you just saved simply by not doing anything, simply by staying at home. I really do feel that the more vigilant we are now, the less this will amplify into a much, much bigger problem. I want to thank you guys so much for being here. I apologize. This was not a particularly ASMR-filled ASMR session. I'm about to film 5 hours of ASMR videos tonight. So I am going to save up my ASMR artistry for all of that. And then, maybe next time I do a live chat, I will try to make it a little bit more ASMR-y for you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. I love you all so much. And I just deeply, deeply appreciate all of your kindness, and all of your really sweet comments. So many that I didn't read here, but know that I saw your sweet, kind words and they mean the world to me. So thank you so, so much. I look forward to seeing you guys very, very soon. And if you are, feeling stressed, feeling overwhelmed, I encourage you to watch some ASMR videos. Maybe go to our other channel, Psyche Truth, where we have yoga, guided meditation, even more massage videos, even though they're not official ASMR massage. There's a lot of relaxing content over there that I think would be very, very helpful for you. So thank you so much for being here. I wish you health. I wish you well-being. I wish you peace and serenity. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me, and I will see you all again very, very soon. Bye.